What I mainly want to talk about, though, for everybody, and this is for you too, but for everybody, is groups, right? Groups, and also how to have that man-to-woman conversation. And the funny thing is, these are two very, very intertwined subjects, because in order to do groups properly, you really do need to learn man-to-woman. You could do a one-on-one set and just be a platonic cool guy and get by. To do groups consistently, though, you really, really need to learn plotline. You really need to learn how to, on command, make it man-to-woman. How to decide who is, quote-unquote, the target, who is the girl you're interested in, and who's the girl you're going to have the drama and the plotline with, and then who are all the other people that are just going to, like, tolerate you and be okay with you. I'm actually going to start off with an interesting point and story, which is that you want to be, essentially, in a group set, two different people, right? For the girl who you're interested in, you want to be the dangerous, sexy guy who, you know, they kind of wonder if they should really be with, but they're really attracted to, and they really just fucking can't resist it. All right? You want to be their naughty, guilty pleasure. That's who you want to be for your girl. For the rest of the set, for her group, you want to be the safest, nicest, most platonic guy that, like, they absolutely trust that if she went with you, nothing bad could ever happen to her in a million years. All right? It's kind of a dichotomy, right? A little bit different, right? I had a student once upon a time. He was in college at the time, and he was in a fraternity. And he had the reputation of being the safest guy on campus. And so he had literally walked home from parties and, like, taken home and, like, put it tucked into bed, like all the hot girls in his entire college. But he didn't know how to make it man to woman. He didn't know how to whatever. And so he'd like over and over again taken the girl home and not gotten laid, taken the girl home and not gotten laid. The point of this is you want her friends to think of you as that guy. He was the cuddler, right? He was the, like, he would cuddle with you and not make a move, right? You want the friends to think you're that guy. You want her to think you're the guy with it, like, I don't know, like that has like the, you know, the dick this long and, like, you know, and that, like, you shoot lightning bolts of sex out your eyes, basically, okay? So a little story to illustrate that point. It was a one-on-one kind of one night with a student. And so we're walking around, we found a group of two girls, and this one girl was just, like, very into me from the first moment. Like, she was very attracted to me, very into me. And then it was, like, either her sister or a cousin. It was, like, a family member of some kind. And she was just not having it. Absolutely not having it. She kind of put up with me for just, like, a little bit at the start, but then eventually started, like, trying to, like, drag the girl away. Hey, we're going to go have a drink. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. And normally in that kind of circumstance, honestly, if you can't get the girl's friend on your side, it's probably a lost cause even if the girl really likes you, and oftentimes I might give up. But in this case, the girl just grabbed me by the hand and dragged me along with. So her friends, their sister, whatever, cousin's dragging her, and then she is dragging me along with. So I almost, like, I mean, I could have been, no, don't take me, but, you know, why would I do that? So I'm being dragged along. And then we have the student here who is kind of like half watching the set and getting a demo, and then sort of jumping in here and there. And he was very safe. He was very, like, safe and okay and whatever. And eventually it got to a point where the girl's family member, we'll call her a sister. I don't know if it's a sister. We'll call her her sister. Her sister, like, drags her into the ladies' room because I can't follow her there. Right? She's like, I think the girl was actually trying to drag me into the ladies' room. I'm like, no, I can't. Like, this one I am gonna break it because I'll get in trouble for this. But then we chilled outside, me and the student, talked to some other girls and, like, waited for them to come out. And then when the girl came out, I said hi. She's like, the cousin sister, dragged her past. And I was like, hi. She's like, oh, takes my hand again, drags me again. So we had this kind of dichotomy where the family member hated me. Eventually, we got to a point where she just was like, fuck it, okay, she wants to talk to him, but I'm not going to let anything happen. So we're on the dance floor, students talking to the family member person, and I'm talking to the girl, and this is the key moment. The key moment is this, right? So I am whispering in the girl's ear all these naughty, obscene things we're going to do together. And then when she gets into it, I'm leaning back, and she's trying to make out with me, and I'm the one resisting the makeout and pushing her back. And so the other person in the set has no recourse, no reason whatsoever to be offended by me, right? Even though she doesn't want me there, even though she doesn't want anything to happen with me and her sister, she can't do anything about it because her sister's clearly coming on to me and I'm clearly being a gentleman, I'm clearly not doing anything about it. In that moment where I'm saying the naughty things to the girl and pulling away, to her, I'm this very dangerous guy and the guy she can't have, which is creating massive sexual tension. To the other person who doesn't know the content of the conversation but just sees me pulling away, I'm the guy being respectful, not making a move, okay? So I want you to have that metaphor in your head of how you want to be with the girl you're with and how you want to be with the other girls, right? And it really is that dichotomy, right? Super, super safe, super nice, super sweet, super positive with the friends, super dangerous with the girl, right? And that goes into kind of what you want to do from the start in a group situation. So let's start over. Let's start with a group. You walk up. What do you want to do? Within the first 20 to 30 seconds, you need to do two things. You need to engage the friend or friends, and you need to engage the girl. Right? You need to do both, and they need to be probably separate things, right? Because they are two separate entities, right? And you can go either way. You can either engage everybody and then switch to your target, or engage a target and switch to everybody. But it needs to happen within that first 20 seconds. If it doesn't, you're probably either going to get the girl pulled away, or you're going to have a really hard time actually engaging with the girl you want to talk to in the way that you want to. Hey, you guys look so amazing together. Oh my God, you are fucking trouble. Right? Right there, I did both. Right? Positive, nice, happy towards everybody, teasing the target. Right? What was it? How'd that take? 5 seconds? Something like that, but right away, immediately with both. Right? On the other hand, let's say I approach the target first. I'll approach you first. Wow, you have the most fucking devious look. I don't even fucking trust you. Oh my God, we'll have to do, are these your friends? Oh, hi, nice to meet you, nice to meet you, I'm Todd. Okay? That one took maybe 10 or 15 seconds, right? But either way, I'm engaging both right away, okay? Absolutely necessary. And then, let's say that there's the three of you and then another girl comes in. What do I need to do when another girl comes in? I have to engage her, right? And in fact, when I engage that new girl, it is a new approach. That girl doesn't know our history. That girl doesn't know how cool I've been with everybody else. She's going to see a guy talking to her friends and be like, oh God, I got to save them, drag them away, right? So when a girl comes in and says, oh, you're a friend as well, nice to meet you, I didn't meet you, hi, nice to meet you, right? And I go right back to that opening mode, right? You guys know like the stages, open, premise, evaluate, narrative, close, right? Let's say I've got an open premise and I'm even into evaluation with the girl that I'm talking to. And I've opened and there's a little bit of, a little bit of just understanding within the group. And a new girl comes in. Well, as far as she's concerned, I'm back at stage one. I'm back at open. If I don't open her, I lose everything. Make sense? So every single girl you've progressed however far through the stage you've progressed, and you can't take it for granted with a new girl that comes in. You have to engage the new girl, or you should at least assume that you're going to engage the new girl.